Morning. Just me. Just going through what I've been doing on the bench recently. We've got the latest things we're working on is this Bedford tractor unit. All that back has got to be smoothed out, filled and smoothed yet. That's a grey. Actually, it looks grey on the phone, but that actually comes up like a bit of a green. In fact, you'll see in a minute, I've just done a mini in that colour. Bag farmer, believe it or not. At the bottom, two most monitors still not been touched. Studebaker Golden Hawk, that is one I did an unboxing on recently. That's down at the bottom, because that's going to be close to be doing. The Ford Transit is now in parts. That's going to be stripped, repainted. Well, it was a strip and repaint before, but we lost the door snapped. So we've got new doors, that's going to be stripped. There's a base to that. Land Rover, I'm just currently doing all the parts for these, ordering all the parts. Not been touched. Marcus GT 850 is going to be next on the list as well. Peugeot, and James Bond still sat in the corner waiting for his next mission. Capri, Bond Bug, I've got to try and find the steering wheel for the Bond Bug. The old Austin J2, I think it hasn't been touched. Jaguar, last time I ordered parts for, I forgot to order the roof, so we've got to order the roof for that. Rolls Royce is sat there with a new boot lid ready to be done. Bumpers are fitted, but they've got to come off again. These are ordering parts for my Hillman Imp needs glass for the rear hatch. The Volvo, this turned up recently, well, the other day actually. I had one of these as a kid. Did it look right? Dinky Volvo 1800S. Took me ages to find one of these at a reasonable price. Never got one, so I've been looking for one. Doors open. Boot lid opens. Bonnet opens. Needs tyres. Headlamp jewels. I've got. I'll get my hands all wrong here. That's better. Front bumper and grille units needed. Rear bumpers needed. Seats are intact. Needs a steering wheel. So yeah, we'll get that. Just about to order parts for the Citroen, get that done. That should be a fairly easy one to do. Not sure if it'll go for a ski club or not, but we might well do. Chevrolet there is a Chevy Impala, can't remember now. Well, that's there waiting to be done. Triumph, I'm not too sure what this termed. I've never heard on this video on this, no I haven't. This is a Triumph 1300. It's in blue. Now I've got one of these. This one needs a boot. It's got all the tyres. It needs a bonnet. Interesting, I've done one of these and I've forgotten really how the bonnet worked, and it's like two pieces, so that bit, the bonnet fixes to that bit. These headlamps again, I've got them. The rest of it should clean up reasonably well. I've got to improve my technique on cleaning up glass units, because I just don't come up like some of the other lads do. Some of them really bring them up shiny. Yeah, Cortinas, Cavalier, that one, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with that. We've got the Rolls Royce, Bentley and the other Ford Transit are there. Bentley I'm about to order parts for as well. Bedford recovery truck, I've just found one on eBay. I'm going to have to buy glass and interior for that. I've just found one on eBay for less than what I paid for both units. Jeep is there. Lancia, I have started looking at that, but I'm trying to figure out a way of doing it. These two, I forgot what they were now. These are bought on holiday. Miles away. Packard's. Packard 132s. Picks up two of them at a boot sale. I was in Great Yarmouth, and I also picked up the dinky 30V electric van. See, before people had Teslas, we had these trundling up the roads with milk crates on them, rattling up the road at about 5 o'clock in the morning. That's going to be restored. Models that have been finished. Right, we have the Auto Pillen Mini, Spanish model. I marked the bottom when I was just clamping the thing on, but I ain't going to worry about that. Doors are glued. Some marks on the roof, unfortunately, that's due to heat. The bonnet, well, I ain't going to open the bonnet. Bonnet does open. Can't get parts for these, so it's a case of make do. I had to clear the boot lid shut. There's a crack below the screen which just opened up when I was rebuilding it. The rear glass unit doesn't fit that well because that's off a Lido model. The doors are off some old dinky minis which I've had to grind down and fit because they were too long. I put number 52 on the side just to brighten it up a little bit, but yeah, it's Mini Cooper. Another one that's finished. This will be going out into my shed. This Mini, I was going to turn into like a service van, but I messed up with the decals for the side, so it's just a plain ordinary van now. I've done it as a would have been a painted grille on the vans. It would not have been a chrome grille like you'd find on normal minis. If you know, you know. New tyres, Austin minivan. That truck there, believe it or not, which may look grey on the film, that's the same paint I used on the Mini. And all I did then was I just lacquered it, and it's come out more green still. Very strange. It doesn't say grey primer, but I like the colour. I think the colour really comes out good. The red interior sort of suits it. Would have been possibly the kind of thing that would have been in it. Rear doors are replacement doors, stuck a number plate on it. Quite pleased with that one. And the other one I finished is the Corgi Toys ERF Model 64G. Now this has been apart, you can see the screw there. I never disguised the fact that I've took a model apart and restored it. The glass unit is not a replacement, that's the original. It was cracked, it's a nightmare to refit, but it's not perfect. But hey, if I decide to buy a new glass unit, I can always just unscrew it, fit a new one. Details on the front, I messed up the silver there, look at that, what a mess. This side I did better. Back lifts up, oops, that's it. Tailgate opens, and it's actually, again this was more, that says cement something. I might get a new sticker for that actually while I'm ordering. Focus, yeah, the top was badly corroded, so I did the best I could with that. I was going to get these little plastic things out, but they were a nightmare, so I decided to leave them in and just touch them back up in red. Some of these were yellow, some seemed to be more of like this beigey colour, so I just went beige. As the original one looked beige or very faded yellow. We got the Marzal, that's up on eBay at the moment. The Jet Fighter, still don't know what I'm going to do with that. Refreshments van ready for my diorama on the beach. Is there. I've got everything in my shed now. Out there. Garden getting a mess. There's the wheels off my old Corolla. I've got alloys on it now. I've got a big storage box I'm going to build a diorama in so we can just close the lid on it. Was this for sale? Yeah, there's a garden as well. Small garden. Hey ho. Shed in the corner's gone. Bloke come and took it away. 220 quid he charged me to come take the shed away and all the rubbish. It would have took me weeks to get that apart and take it to the tip in the car. Quite pleased with that. He's a good guy as well. He did it in hot weather, so I gave him 250 instead of the 220. He deserved it. Buy himself and his missus a drink. So yeah, there we go. That's the state of play at the moment. I'm sorry for the shaky camera. I bought this. Yeah, professional, eh? I'm getting professional. You ever believe me getting professional in anything? So yeah, that's. If I do something else, another unboxing, I might use the stand. But yeah, that's just about the state of play at the moment. There's lots to do. Model's done. She's going to go in the shed now. Diorama to do. When I start actually doing something with the diorama, I'll pop out with you and show you it. Alright, cheers, thanks.